Coach Ryan?
Don't you think it's just a case of, just slow start offensively and not having enough time to get all the way back?
Well, yeah, it's always, you can say, oh, what if it was 45-minute game? We can't make those up. Couple spurts early, we got in a hole. We're not exactly the kind of team that can really make those kind of comebacks, and yet we made several of them to withstand the barrage, and then we can't quite turn the corner in the first half. Second half, we finally turned the corner and hit some shots. Look at the percentages. It's still about doing some things that discourages the other team. We certainly didn't do anything to discourage Iowa in the first 30 minutes.
What did you like the shots you were getting early?
If you took the footage of how far Mike Bruzewicz, Sam Decker, and Zebo missed on those threes, it might be a record. No, and all three of them were wide open shots. Those are the ones that, does it hurt a guy's confidence? Well, old Sammy, he doesn't let a whole lot bother him. He came back and hit some later, but probably would have been nice for us to get Zebo off to a little better start than that. Second half he did. He came in, he didn't get down. He came in and gave us a three-point play and three-point opportunity. And had another chance around the basket. So with Frankie out, he got some minutes. He tried to make the most of them, but the shots, first 5 minutes I'd change several, but after that I wouldn't.
You mentioned you didn't do much to discourage Iowa in the first 30 minutes. Defensively, what was the major issue in your mind?
Well, I just thought we were not attacking angles and trying to get Jared involved. I think Jared needed to impose his will a little bit more. Our seniors, those guys really struggled. But it's not their fault. What I'm saying is, if they're struggling, sometimes other players take that lead, and you can't do that. You have to have, if you're not getting it from one place, you got to get it from another. But certainly wasn't clicking early.
How encouraged were you by Georgia's performance, especially in the second?
Well, they were spread out. They were guarding our shooters. They left some driving lines, and George is one of those guys that can attack those driving lines. So by him getting to the basket, that also means that when he comes down and he stares you down and you play off him a little bit, he can pull up and hit the three. So, that's but a lot of teams haven't been playing him that way or playing in a way where he can get those driving lines. But tonight he did. So, and sometimes it's another player that gets something that the other team's given.
What was your impression of Aaron White tonight?
As it has been, he's a good player. His free throw shooting really kept him right there where they needed to be at the end. But he didn't do anything that we haven't seen on tape before. Or, he's a good player. We needed to do a better job of containing him, taking his angles away. Some nights you do, some nights you don't. You definitely didn't do that tonight.
Coach, were you concerned coming off 2 wins of highly rated teams that the team would be able to sustain the momentum and play with that intensity?
You know what? If Iowa it gets Indiana or Michigan State, Iowa's as good as any team that we've played. Where's all the talk about how good Iowa was earlier, and then all of a sudden we come in here after a win against Indiana, and it's like, well, I'm kind of looking at the two teams and I'm thinking, wow, Iowa's pretty good. I don't think our guys got overly excited about the win at Indiana to the point where they didn't prepare. I just think there's good teams in the Big Ten. We played one of them tonight.
How did this environment compare to some other environments you've played in this year?
Same. Florida was nuts. We played at Florida, Marquette, Indiana. The crowd doesn't, that's not an effect for us. Not the places we've been. If we were a team that hadn't been anywhere, or some teams in non-conference don't play anybody anywhere away from home. We did, so. I'd say Florida's pretty good. Their crowd was pretty fired up today. That's how they were when we were there. I didn't see them score a basket, though.
There are no more unbeatens in the conference. Is this the best it's been?
Oh, rub it in. I knew somebody was going to say that. And you're not even taking notes.
The recorder's open.
I forget. No Facebook, no Twitter. I forget. Hang on to your hat. It's going to be this kind of a year. Somebody will get a win here, and then, and everybody kind of realizes every game's going to be a battle. You just can't lose perspective of that in this league. If you do, you're really in trouble. Oh, good. We play Michigan State next, they told me. So, and then we play. And then I don't know who Iowa plays, but it's pretty good teams.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Coach.